Hi labs. Welcome everyone. Evening labs. Evening chat.
Well, it's Sunday, it's 8 o'clock, it's gotta be stream time. Hi folks, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. Yep, not your usual guy here this week. You got the understudy again, I'm afraid, but you know, hey ho. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we won't get into too much mayhem. But hope everybody's good, hope everybody's well. Evening Cathy Ann, good to see you. Robert, good to see you. Welcome on in. Excuse me. Of course, we'll start with the window from the bazaar as always, just so that people can kind of see what's going on and what's in there at the moment. Excuse me. Have to bear with me on this one. I've just had a horrible cold all this week that I'm getting over. So I might still be a little bit snuffly, a little bit of a cough every now and again. So you'll have to forgive me for that one. But we'll see how we go. Hopefully the nose will hold up for the 2 hours. A little bit different this for me because we're an hour later than we normally are. Normally I start at 7 on a Friday, but with all being Sunday.
Hi labs. Hi Cathy Ann and Robert.
We'll stick to the 8 o'clock start. Stephen, good to see you. Welcome on in. Hope you're good. So, yeah, that is the bazaar.
Hi Stephen.
So yeah, here we are again, back at it. Carrying on with our playthrough a little bit more. Hopefully in the near future, possibly on here. Or maybe on possibly a new server. We may also have some visitors with us, which will obviously change things up a little bit. In the process of arranging that one, so you have to bear with me on that. But for now, we're going to continue on our solo play. Excuse me. Got Dylan here with me. Got the horse with me as well. And we're at that point really now where we've got our champion's armour, so we can head, excuse me, over the bridge behind me and take on the Black Keep, which means
another crash and re-download.
Oh, my heck. Yeah, we don't want things like that to be happening. It's very annoying when that does. Yeah, so we're going to head over this bridge behind me. So for those who don't know, which I'm sure most of us will know by now, this is the Bridge of the Betrayer, so we're going to ride across here, go up to the Black Keep, and there's also an obelisk that we can learn as well. I've got some spicy food with me. So I'm going to eat a piece of that. I'll come out of creative mode so that everything's working. So as I say, we've got Dylan's here with us. Now we're almost fully geared up what we needed to be in. I need to do a armor plating
the original game for a couple of days.
For her gauntlets yet, and then we need to get her the Redeemed Legion helmet made once we've learned it in here. And then I think we might make a set of Redeemed Legion for ourselves as well, eventually. So, let's pop on the horse.
Good evening from an Angar follower from Germany.
Well, good evening. Welcome on in. Nice to see you. Thank you for popping over. Nice to see you. Hello from Germany. Well, hello from a bit further south than what Angar is. Obviously, he's up in Scotland. Now I'm a little bit further south than him. But still in the UK. So, great to see you. Get over the bridge.
Why is it called Fresh Start? Hi, Coco.
It was just kind of something I came up with a little while back when I first started the series, that we were literally starting from the beginning again as a fresh start, and I've just kind of always left that tagline at the beginning, to be honest. No real specific reason. Dylan, see, will you get them, please?
Stephen Young here.
Right, why are you not attacking everything, young lady? Let me get off this bridge a minute. Get some more food down us. She should be on for attacking everything. Yeah, she's on it, right things. Yeah, so it was just like for the first episode I called it Fresh Start because it was the new series.
Cold or sulking.
Yeah. New series that I'd just started as a fresh playthrough, so I just thought we'd call it that. Right, before we head into the Black Keep, I don't want to take the horse around with us, because it just makes it too confusing. So what we'll do is we'll bring you down here. We'll get you to wait there, horsey. So yeah, it was just something. It's just something I've always kept on at the beginning of it, because it's a fresh playthrough on my single player rather than carrying on my Exiles server that I have, because we're already max level on there and we've learnt most of the stuff on there. That's not to say there won't ever be anything else on there in the future. Why is she just... She's on aggressive. Why is she waiting for me to tell her to hit everything? I really don't know. Right, so we'll attune to that, run away very quickly. Now, we'll make our way up here.
She has one setting on passive.
Ah, did she? Thank you. Bear with me. Right. She should be on... Yeah, aggressive, following... That should be on aggressive as well.
On aggressive.
Yeah.
Hello labs and chat.
Teddy Trent, good to see you. Welcome on in.
Hi Teddy.
Right, yeah, that should be good now there. Yep. They are all checked as aggressive. I just don't understand why she's not just going for them. It's very strange. Oh. Why is she not even defending herself?
Well spotted, Coco.
But yeah.
Hi, Kathy.
She should be on that there. Follow aggressive. And that aggressive. So they're on aggressive, so she should be just attacking everything. That's very, very weird. Well, yeah, thank you for spotting that one. Right, we'll carry on. So for those who just joined, in case you didn't hear us, I was saying...
Distance, perhaps. Hello everyone, just dropped in to press the like button.
Why is she not following now? Come on. Now she's stuck down there now.
Hi CL.
CL, thank you for coming in. Nice of you to pop in at least and say hello. Right, go on, get him. There we go. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Yeah, no, I was just going to say, for those who just joined, if I sound quite bunged up or my voice keeps going a bit weird, I do apologise. I've been getting through a horrific cold this week. Been all bunged up and having a right chesty cough all week that I've been trying to get rid of. Not completely gone yet, unfortunately, so I do get a bit nasally still at times and a bit of an annoying cough, so do bear with me on that one. But I'll do my best to bear through it and to deal with it, so apologies if I do sound a bit snuffly at times. Been taking medication all week to try and get rid of it and it's just not quite fully gone. Right, yeah, glad to see everybody here. Lovely to see each and every one of you, as always. Even those who maybe haven't been here before, it's great to see you as well. Your support is very much appreciated. Of course, we're once again standing in for Rangar, who would normally be here on a Sunday.
But I'm very shy and quiet, haha.
Don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. Say it every week to people that join you. I appreciate each and every one of you. You know, it's so nice when people turn out to show support and everything. It's very much appreciated. Excuse me. Right, so we'll see how we go in here. Let me up that a little bit. Up that a little bit for you as well, which may help. It's not as good the gamma that you can do on console as what you can on a PC, unfortunately, but hopefully it will help a bit. So how's everybody been doing? What's everybody's week been like? And then obviously weekend now, we've just had a weekend and it's, yeah, the dreaded back to work tomorrow for some people, I'm sure. But hopefully you've had a good weekend. Oh. Well, that was weird. Excuse me. Yeah, I hope you've all had a good last week because obviously normally I stream on a Friday. Didn't have a stream this Friday because we had a family birthday party, so that's why I wasn't on this Friday. But we will be back next Friday, of course. All being well, if my cold doesn't get worse again. 7 PM UK time. I do have my
underwater entrance.
I do have my June schedule out on my community page if anybody's interested in having a look at that, so you know what I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks. Because we are going to be doing 7 till 9 UK time on a Friday, and then next week Angar will be back here on Sunday, all being well, for his 8 to 10 as usual. and then the 2 weekends after, I'm afraid you're stuck with me again.
Dan Robert, sure there's an underwater entrance.
Yes, there is
Filling
an
face
underwater
with
entrance.
sweat.
Yes, there is indeed. Can't see it exactly here, but if you're down on the frozen lake here, just by the bridge, if you kind of walk out on this ice a little bit and you sort of dive in here, it kind of takes you on an angle round about here somewhere. It's a bit of a swim, so you will need some potions or an underwater breathing mask to help you a little bit. But there is, like, I don't know if they're torches or lights or whatever they are, things that glow under the water that kind of lead you towards it. So there is an underwater entrance, yes, which I'll show you where that doorway is when we're coming out of this dungeon. It's a one-way door, so we can't leave through it, but you can only get into it coming inwards. And it's, yeah, around about there somewhere. But yes, you're quite right, there is an underwater entrance also. Now we want to be careful here. Can we trigger them like that? Sneak through. I'm not going to bother looting all these little side rooms because it's just basic stuff. There are chests up there as well that you can get to, that you've got to stand on the springboard there for, and it can be a bit awkward. But there are a couple of chests up there you can loot. Maybe a bit of gold and silver and some other bits, and obviously these little doorways at the side as well. And then, yeah, there's a chest there. Never sure if that's actually a springboard or not, that one, but a bit of gold and silver in there. That's another way to loot as well. But, where am I going? Not that one, this one. Up and around here. Yes, I still get lost.
I've never used it myself. Only seen it in a YouTube video.
Right. Yeah, I've only done it once myself and another time with some others, but yeah. It's quite a cold swim, like I say, so you've got to be prepared for the cold and also for...
If you do use the spring tile, be warned there are spike traps in the ceiling.
Yeah, you're quite right. Quite right, Cassie, yes, there are spike traps in the ceiling as you land up there. So if you don't take damage from falling off again, you'll certainly take some from them. Absolutely. You are quite right. A little staircase here. Also now spikes here as well, which there never used to be. Only the last couple of updates ago they added those as well, and there, which I completely missed. So, yeah, watch out for them. None at this bit.
I found out the hard way.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? Unfortunately. Yeah, that hurt a little bit. So we'll take one of them.
I always get lost every time I'm done, and try to leave the Black Keep.
Right, well, there's probably a couple of ways you could do it. There's one up in the boss room, and there's another one a little bit further down, and I'll show you that on the way out. Which, yeah, I used to always get lost if you're going to come all the way back through, as in all the way down, like to the boss room, from the boss room back to the front door again, kind of thing. Yeah, absolutely. It is easy to get lost, even though it's a relatively small dungeon. I agree, yeah, it's
Gods take you!
quite easy to get lost. There we go. And again, chests with lots of little interesting goodies and bits and pieces in. I'm not going to take it all now because I'm not really here for the looting this time. Just want to get the Black Keep done on this run so that we can get the Redeemed Legion armour for her helmet, so that we can get her outfit complete. So we carry on around here. Another bit here again where you got dual spike strips, spike traps even. Spike strips are what the police use. Come on. Like that. Duck over that one. Yeah, got caught on that one, but never mind.
Keep to the left on way in and on the right coming out.
Right, thank you. That's a helpful tip. We'll remember that next time.
Try dodge rolling through.
Ah, yeah, that's a good idea. Dodge roll through them. Yeah, I shall try that. Thank you for that one.
Left the boss room.
Right, yeah, once you're going back out of the boss room and you're on your way home, yeah. Right, so at this point there are obviously two skellies here, one either side. Just see him peeking round the corner there. I wonder who else has just growled, there's nobody here. That was unusual.
High wall.
Right. So then what we want to do, you've got two options here.
High walls.
Yeah, sorry, welcome to anyone that's just joined if I've just missed you. Just figuring out where we're going there for a second. Nice to see you, welcome on in. Glad to have you here, glad to have you with us. Thank you for taking out a bit of time on your Sunday evening or afternoon or whatever time of day it is for you. Always great to see new people here. And we want to be careful here because there is now a spike trap in front of the box that we don't want to stand on. We want to get the key. And of course you could always get a key, give it to your follower and then grab another key if you wanted another one, but not going to bother this time. Head back round this way and then back out of this door. Then we want to take the left. Now I used to come in here and go straight through this door, or wonder what was down there, and of course we want to take the left again. And then when it opens up to the staircase, which is where we want to be going. Nice and clear there. And again. Right. Make sure Delancia is with us. Yep, there she is. Then of course this now is the staircase that leads to the final boss room. This guy, some people say he's tough, some say he's not too bad. He's not too bad if you know how he works, if you can, the way he telegraphs his attacks and everything, if you know how to dodge him, you know how to dodge his special attacks especially. And he's quite slow, but if you've got a decent follower like Delancia with you. Oh, that's his special that he just did. How quick was that? Wow. That is how good Delancia is. She made short work of him. Excuse me. So then we'll chop him up because we need the heart of the King Scourge for one thing, so that we can make the weapons that we learn.
Let's drink time.
Oh,
Have you got damage cranked up?
no, my damage shouldn't be increased. No, it was a couple of weeks ago because I was having to do some testing with the Sumerians, but no, it's not boosted that much. Drink time, thank you. Now, with these tablets, it used to be, for those who don't know, or may not have remembered, when you came in this dungeon, I think it was 3 tablets, was it, or 5 tablets that you had to interact with, one on each corner at either end, and then this one. But now, you can just interact with any of them, so it can be this one or one of the others, and it will teach you all the Silent Legion armour, so the light, the medium, the Silent Legion, the Redeemed Silent Legion, or Redeemed Legion as it's called, and then the weapons, Tellus Lament, which is a one-handed sword, excuse me, and then Tellus Sorrow, which is a big two-handed sword.
Oh, I missed the fight.
No, it's not cranked up that much. Obviously, it makes it kind of pointless to do that, really. I did have it a little while back, like I say, for some testing, but it's pretty much back at normal now. Dylan series using a decent weapon, and then she's got her, what I call my normal follower set up for her. Almost, there's one piece missing, which is the Redeemed Legion helmet, which she'll soon have, hopefully. So that'll be the Redeemed Legion helmet, the Void Force chest, Godbreaker for the grips, and then she's using the Pictish War Chief for the legs and feet. Now, if you got the new Tavern Guard set from the last Battle Pass, you could use that. Damage numbers for the strength bonus it gives are just the same, so you could use that. Or if you wanted to give them a bit more health, you could go Sumerian Steel. But to be honest, with the amount of health boost just the 2 or 3 pieces actually gives them, it's kind of not worth it. Whereas she's leveled up like she is, or she's levelling up rather like she is and doing okay, I'd rather get more raw damage out of her with the decent amount of armour and health that she's got, and have it that she's hitting so hard that everything's dead before it really has a chance to do anything to her or to me. So that's the setup that mine always use, and it's not just for Dylan Sue, I do that with my Berserkers, and also with Freya and Dina Master Huntress, even though they're both archers. They're pretty good with a mace as well, and they've got the exact same armour setup. The only different setup I use differently is for any relic hunters that I have, which are in full Stygian Soldier heavy armour, which gives them a boost to their agility on each piece. Of course, I don't have any keys with me, do I? Nope. Silly me, set off without any keys once again. So yeah, if you've ever got any legendary keys and you're coming up here, make sure you have some with you, because you've got a chest there, you've got one there. For anybody that's not done this since they moved all the legendary chests into the dungeons, because they did do that a little while ago. And there may be people who haven't played since they changed it. Hello. You come over this other side again, you've got another statue, and you've got another legendary chest there, and another one there. So 4 total legendary chests in the Warmakers. Start again. Black Keep, not Warmakers. See? Told you my brain's not with it. So yeah, this was another one. You had to interact with that as well. There may have been, oh yeah, that one. And then there may have been another 2 identical on the other side. But it doesn't matter now, you can interact with any of them and it will still teach you the whole thing. Excuse me. And then yeah, for leaving, you can pretty much either jump all the way from here, which is a bit more risky. You have to get your aim right, or unless you've got slow fall, if it'll allow you to use slow fall from the sorcery, you could use that. Or you could run out and run all the way back down the way you came in. Or another way is, you can run back down the way you came in, but you don't have to go all the way down. All you've got to do is go back.
Hey game labs, the gremlin and I have arrived.
Angelo, good to see you.
I just used the perfected heavy armor which gives 25% for either strength or agility.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, I've said it before that it's just how I've been with armor sets, that if I've got somebody that is a strength-based follower, alright, giving them a little agility boost I suppose doesn't hurt, but I'm trying to get stats more into vitality, grit and strength, and to me, this is just my personal opinion, obviously it's people do play however they want, I'd rather be getting as much raw strength damage out of my follower if they're strength based than I can really. And to me, having a piece that has something that boosts agility, even if it's just one piece and just gives 5%, to me, giving a strength build a 20% agility boost if it gave them, say, 5% on each piece, sorry, 25 because of 5 pieces, to me that's a wasted stat, because alright, they're getting the strength boost from that armour, so yeah, great, they're getting that boost, but it's kind of pointless getting the boost into their agility because they're not an agility person. Likewise, putting it on, say, a Relic Hunter, for example, that is a base 20.
Myers here this week. I need his Discord handle.
That, you know, if I was using a Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker that come with 20 already in their agility, it'd be daft for me to, oh well, it feels like it would be daft for me to put strength-based armour on them, even if it gives agility as well. Because again, I want to get raw agility damage out of them because that's the way they're built. Likewise, you wouldn't really put full Redeem Legion on any follower particularly, but more so Berserker or Delincia. Yeah, fine, go with the headpiece, which we're going to be doing, because that gives good armour and it'll boost their strength. Yeah, you could give them the Redeem Legion chest if you want to, but the Void Forge I think is a slightly higher armour value. Same damage bonus, just a slightly higher armour. And then, yeah, whichever for the legs and the feet, that's just kind of what I've always chosen to go with. Which, obviously, not illusioned, is quite an unusual picture to imagine with all those different armour pieces. Naughty, you're not late, we were just waiting for you. We were waiting for you. So yeah, that's kind of how I've always run mine, and why even on my server, when you see me running with them, if you've ever seen it or any videos that you see where I use followers in it, that they hit so hard and take so little damage, it's just because they've got such high armour value on, and obviously their strength is just boosted up. Now I haven't got them on her yet, but I also usually give them the Grey or Black Lotus potion or the Elixir of Might if you've got the elixirs with the salted pork to give them an extra 30% to their damage. Because that certainly helps them a lot as well. Now obviously for an agility build you'd swap out the Elixir of Might for the Elixir of Grace, so it boosts that instead. But then you'd go with, if you've got the cooked grouper, I think it is, for the fish, you could use that on yourself again or on your follower for another 15%, so then they're getting the 30% agility bonus. The reason why I don't personally use full Silent Legion on followers, like I said, because the head, yeah, absolutely fine, strength and armor boost. Chest, absolutely fine. Hands, yeah, okay, you could use the Silent Legion gloves because they give health. But the legs on Silent Legion, apart from the armor value, is a wasted stat slot, really, because if I remember correctly, it's stamina from your legs.
Hi, Kathy Ann.
which is pointless on a follower because thralls, or friends as we like to call them, don't take a hit to stamina or carry capacity. So again, also that's why I don't use the Silent Legion boots on them, because again, Silent Legion boots are, yes, they're heavy armour again, but they give a bonus to carry weight, and all friends can carry is just literally what their inventory size is. And obviously they don't have, you know, a stamina or an encumbrance issue like we do.
To the clan, and keeping 40% for myself, I have enough to trigger a calamity.
There you go. Speaking of Sipta, we've been playing on Sipta a lot just recently as well. Having a lot of fun with it, I've got to say. With some good people of mine that are from the Exile server. I think we're all having some fun with it. Well, at least I think we are anyway. In amongst the chaos. But yeah, another way that you could leave here is if you come down this way when you leave the boss room, and then you've got the hanging cage there. Again, you'll have to kind of time it because you don't want to hit the platform down there. You need to aim for where my little dot is for the water there. And then if you swim back up, if I go up this side first.
It's a blast on Sipta. Can't believe I was so scared of it for so long.
Oh, I know. Absolutely. I agree. Isn't it just? So yeah, this side, this is the door. So if I try and interact with that, yeah, I'm sending Delincia there, but I can't access that doorway. I can't leave through that door. So that is the door that you would come in if you were swimming through on the underwater passage. And then you'd come in here, and then you'd have to stand on here, and you'd have to jump over to that side, which is where we need to be now anyway. You'd have to jump across here. Hopefully Delincia will figure it out. Come round up the stairs, all the way back up, which then this brings you back here, which is the first room. So you take the left. Pull my weapon out a second just in case. And as you can see, we're back here. That is the front door.
This part is no random corruption, just the standard amount for a corrupted immortal sorcerer.
Corrupted immortal sorcerer, eh? Wow. So yeah, that's your front door, and then you carry on to start the dungeon. You go off through that way, like we've just done. Oh, hello Delincia. There she is. She's made it. So that is the Black Keep. And we'll head back outside again. No, she's not taking any damage coming out of there, so that's good. Don't really need the torch on now at the moment. Get a shield up. Because of course these guys have all respawned. Excuse me.
Yay. I found a nasty corrupted strength authority build that makes me functionally immortal.
Oh, really? Well, might have to find out about that one a bit sometime. That sounds interesting and a lot of fun. So there you go. Now you know who to go to, guys, if you want a strength-based authority build for sorcery. You know who to go to. Right, let's...
Oh, it is highly recommended.
Cool. We'll eat a piece of our spicy food again, as we are back out in the cold. Even though we're wearing full champion's armour, it's still good to have some spicy food with you as well, just to keep your temperature up a little bit. Oh, hello. Because it does get very, very cold
I'll
up
send
here.
you the specs on the Discord if you want to check it out.
Yeah, by all means, that'd be cool. Absolutely. Not be able to get on there for a little while. I'll have to try and have a look if I get a minute. I'm still getting my head around Discord. It's not something I've used very much. Yeah, I don't get his passing, how he stood just there, but he has to run all the way around to come and fight us. Never get that with that one. Right. So that's the Black Keep done.
Yay, I didn't get distracted today. Hi everyone. Hi Kathy Ann. Roful, I've had to learn for Angar's group and the server I'm on.
Ah, well, there we go, you see, yeah. Yeah. Excuse me, it's a weird setup. It's a weird setup the way they've got it, really. I don't understand
Oh, Kevin Myers right.
how they've got it, you know. Why it works the way it does. I wish it was a little bit simpler, but hey-ho. Right. Let's head off again.
Yep, that's him.
Oh, he says, running into the wall, getting his horse stuck. Yeah, hello and welcome to anybody else that's just joined. Sorry if I didn't catch your name pop up on the screen there when I was we were just chatting away. Not 100% with it at the moment. As I say, I've been battling a cold all week, so my brain's just not back on it properly yet. Hopefully this time next week I'll be a bit more with it. But great to see you all. Welcome on in. Hope you enjoy. Hope I can entertain you all well enough. Certainly not as experienced as some people, but you know, as the saying goes, we've all got to start somewhere. Right, let's get... Oh, hello. Get this area on our map whilst we're here. Thank you, Delencia. There we go. Now she seems to be doing...
Face purple smiling fangs, face purple sweating, hand purple blue piece. You're doing great.
Oh, thank you.
It's mine if the gamer pick has a guy with a Minecraft creeper hat on. Hope you get better soon, Game Labs.
Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully I'll get there. Keep taking the meds, so... Just hasn't fully cleared up for some weird reason. But in myself, I'm alright. I feel fine in myself, obviously. Just struggling when I'm talking and end up getting a bit bunged up, and I'm sure you can hear it in my voice, but hopefully it will be fixed for next week and I'll be able to be a bit more lively and a bit more myself than what I am being at the minute. Oh, what was that? Oh, another one. He says walking into a rock. Come on, horse, round the side. There we go.
Yay.
Well, yeah, thank you to everybody that's here. It's lovely to see each and every one of you. Especially those who've never joined before. Always great to see new people.
I've been getting harassed by that foundation bug. makes me not wanna finish the other half of my base. Hey,
Oh, I know.
hello.
Oh, I know, right. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully there should be a fix coming soon. I mean, I don't know when there is, or even if there is. I mean, the devs have said there will be one, but when this
That
fix is
foundation bug is so frustrating.
when this fix is coming, we just do not know, because they haven't actually said when it will be. But hopefully it won't be too long. Have I got my
Yeah,
cleaver
that
in
bug.
there? No, I haven't.
I subscribe to your channel and oats.
Oh, lovely. Well, welcome. Great to have you along for the journey. As I say, it's a bit different this for me. Normally I am 7 o'clock on a Friday evening UK time. But as we agreed with Angor, with him being away, I wasn't able to do one this Friday, and I said I would stand in this week for him. And
Can I be cheeky?
I've
You
done
must be getting close to the end of the chapter.
I've done one before. The last time I did it doing my 7-9 slot, but then thought maybe keeping it to the 8-10 slot, because it's what people that normally watch Angor are used to, that would be a bit better. So that's why I'm starting at 8 this week, and then, as I say, he'll be back next week hopefully for a week, and then he's away then
Happy birthday, Rob Manic's face glowing
for
kiss.
2 weeks for the football. So you've got me again for 2 weeks. For those who have just joined, my schedule is on my community page there if you want to check that out for when all my next upcoming streams are in June, for the Fridays and what times they are, and then yeah, for the 3 extra Sundays that we're doing as well. So if you're interested to know, do have a look at that, and that will tell you what we're doing when. And yeah, absolutely, let's get as many happy birthdays for Robert in the chat as we can, please. Come on, chat, let's all wish him happy birthday.
It's not the destination, it's about the journey you take with your friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All about the journey.
Birthday cake.
Yeah, let's share that birthday love, as they call it. Share those greetings. I'm sure it will be very much appreciated.
Happy birthday, Robert, all the love, mate. Very true, naughty. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Robert.
There we go. Very nice. That's nice to see. Thank you, everybody. Sure, that's made his day now. Sure, it's just got even better. Because he's a very special gentleman, and he deserves it. So...
Thanks. I'm a relatively new Conan player, so I like to get different people's perspective on the best armor and weapons. Thanks, guys.
Oh, absolutely. If you're new to the game, you're doing exactly the right thing. It's always a good idea. Check out lots of different people. Different people will tell you different things, or they'll show you different things in different ways. Hope you're enjoying the game, because although it has all its frustrations at the moment with the bugs and things that are going on, we all love it. Hence why I make streams and YouTube videos on it. But yeah,
Happy birthday, Robert
do
Mannix.
check out Angar as well if you haven't already. Have a look at How Do Gaming. If you want to know all about the Purge, he knows all about that. What I will say is just be patient with it. Don't expect to learn everything straight away, because there's a heck of a lot to learn with it. And it's changed a lot over the years, and you'll get to a point where you just think you know everything in the game, and then something new gets added, and it just throws all that out the window again. But the key thing is to enjoy it. Yeah, like I said, that's how I've always looked at it with my followers, that it's pointless having a piece of gear on them that has carry weight, stamina, because it doesn't affect them. The only three things that really affect your followers primarily is your vitality.
Go for a blend of armor that gives you buffs you want, and
Exactly.
heavy weapons kill comfortably for you.
Yeah, exactly. So things that boost the vitality, things that boost grit, which is their armor bonus. So if we look at hers a minute, ignore all like the plus 20s next to everything at the minute. That is because where she's got the plus 20 in the brackets, that's because she's following me on a follower build, which is a perk that I'll show you in a moment, and why that does that. What you want to kind of always aim with, say you've got yourself a decent fighter, and alright, let's use Dlinty as an example. Off the wheel of friendship, as we like to call it, she would have 15 points already in strength, nothing in agility, nothing in grit, but then she'll also have 30 points in vitality, which will give her a base amount of health, and then a little bit of base damage, and then at the bottom there where you can see it gives you all the bonuses. So where it's got the one that says strength weapon bonus, it's at 40 odd now for her.
You can hide the mix and match armor using the Thermaturgy bench to look how you want.
Yeah, exactly. Her bonus is only that bit higher now, not just because she's levelling up, but because just adding each piece of armor also gives her a little increase to that strength bonus as well. Not the health one, just or the vitality as it's called, just the strength one. Because if you look at her gear there over on the right hand side, that number above her head is her armor value. That's because she's wearing what we call epic armor. So it's the level 60 armor that is crafted with, which is in my opinion and a lot of other people's opinions, the best armourer type in the game, which is called a shield right armourer, which increases the armour value for you. And then she's got the bulked plating on top of each piece of armour, which is again a recipe you learn from the Warmaker's Sanctuary, or the Clael Stronghold, which is another dungeon. But when you learn that recipe, you learn two different types of plating. You've got the bulked plating, which is for putting on followers, and then you've got the master armor plating, which is the one you want to put on your armor if you want to increase your armor's value. You don't really want to use the bulk plating on yourself as a player character because it's very heavy, so it'll start weighing you down a lot more. So you want to use the master armor plating because it's not quite as heavy. So just have a look at that one. And yeah, the reason why she's got the plus 20.
How to get human limbs for weapons, or did they stop that?
I think that's changed now. I don't think.
All three of your channels. It gives me a fresh perspective on the game. I am definitely going to make a mix of armor and get a good.
Oh, very cool, very cool. Well, yeah, definitely. Just the key thing is experiment with it, play around with it, find what you like and what's right for you. Because I always say, and I know Angar's always said it, and
that's the one thing about my build you may not like. Next to no carry weight.
Other content creators will say the same thing, that this is only advice and recommendation. It's not if you want your followers to live, you must put them in this armor. You must give them these perks, you must give them this food, you've got to give them this weapon. This is just me saying, no, this is what I found through testing and trying and swapping things around, and this is what I find works for me. However, it might not work for you, but that's what works for me. All I say to people is give it a try first, and then if it doesn't work, then come back and tell me it doesn't work, or come back and tell me that, hey, do you know what, that's cool. You know, it's not you come to watch this stream or these videos because I'm telling you what to do. It's that it's purely recommendation. This is what I find works, this is why it works, see what you think, kind of thing. Ultimately, like we said, at the end of the day, you play the game the way you want to play it. You deck your followers out the way you want to deck them out. Just consider the fact that probably 90% of the content you'll take on in the game, excuse me, the enemies hit extremely hard, and your followers are going to take a lot of health damage. So typically with your named fighters or archers, so like Delancey for example, or your Sumerian berserkers, even your relic hunters, for your agility builds, you want them ideally in heavy armour because it gives them the most protection. And yeah, they're going to take a little bit of damage, of course they are, depends on the fight and what they're fighting, but they stand more of a chance in heavy armour than they would in light or medium. You as a character, wear whatever you want. If you're a light armour type person, you run around in light armour. If you're a medium, same again. It's not that you have to be in heavy because your followers are. You know, you can be decked out in whatever you want to be. So I've got a bit of a bug at the minute with this single player that I should actually have 5 points in strength there, just to give me an extra strength boost. Vitality I've just gone to 3, and then I use fast healer for that one. And then for my grit I've just gone with I think it's the top choice, just to give me a bit of a stamina boost again. 5 in the bottom one, just for a bit extra carry weight again. And then obviously that also reduces your food and drink time kind of thing. But the key one with this is the follower stat. So with the first perk there I've chosen healthy diet, which seems to work the best for followers. And then at the end there you get the 2 choices, so you get well trained, which is what she's running off, or you get the second option, which is called war party, which means you can have 2 followers, which can be 2 human followers or 2, shall we say, creature, so animal followers, or 1 of each. So if you want a Sabertooth running with you, for example, and a Delancey, you can have a Delancey and a Sabertooth. Or if you've got one of the new dogs, you can have a dog running with a human follower again. That doesn't include your horse. Your horse is completely different. It is quite funny as well that if you have the camel, you've now got a camel which can be used as a mount, but in order to get that as a mount you need to train that in the normal stable rather than your animal pen, because if you train up your camel in your animal pen, it will just be a normal camel. Whereas if you raise them in the stable, they will be a rideable camel that you can put a saddle on. So you would have a camel with loads of carry capacity, just like the pack camels did before, but then you can have war party and have 2 pack camels following you around as well, with even more inventory space, and you're laughing. It's great fun. But yeah, when you have 2 followers, they do not get the plus 20 and everything. But if you go with well trained, so with 20 points in authority, well trained, as you can see there, gives your follower an increase to all of their stats, which is why she has plus 20 and everything. Now, yeah, she gains that in the agility, which I don't need, but I can't do anything about that. But it doesn't affect the way she fights as a fighter.
Last playthrough I was all about carry weight and left the followers to do the fighting.
So it's, you know, it's entirely up to you. Excuse me. But yeah, as a new player, don't worry too much about your followers at first. Get yourself leveled up. Experiment with things, learn the map, learn the game. Typically as well, I wouldn't wander too far north too early. Stick around sort of what we call Noob River around here. So from like, only go probably about, yeah, so probably about here, a couple of these camps.
Animals, plus they have extra inventory slots for the heavy stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So stick sort of around there. All around here a little bit. You could kind of go and up a little bit, but you don't want to go too far. And then of course you've got your first dungeon at the end here, the dregs, which is a fairly easy dungeon, starter dungeon to do. Then once you hit probably level 25, maybe 30, maybe 35, and you've got yourself some slightly better weapons like steel or hardened steel, or you've got lucky and got yourself a legendary from somewhere, then yeah, work your way up. Because for new players, the key thing to remember,
All good tonight.
the key thing is just that, you know, the higher up the map you go, the harder the enemies hit. That's all you need.
The followers DPS is about the same, whether you run well trained or fitty.
Oh yeah, yeah, their damage thing is just the same. They just get the slight increases in the numbers at the bottom, and then if you give them a potion and a piece of salted pork, again that would boost that as well. But yeah, this is on my single player, so I can't really go into a lot of detail with a lot of stuff, because if I was on my server I could look at a lot of the admin stuff for you and kind of talk through a bit more. But yeah, that's pretty much how that's working out. There's a lot to take in, so the key thing, as I say, is just take your time with everything. Just take your time, enjoy the game, really. Because there's a lot to learn with it, a heck of a lot. Excuse me, whoops. Falling down the hill. Right, where are we? What was that? Heard something then.
Lads, drink time.
Oh, thank you. Where's me? Oh! Took my water skin off my bar. Thank you, you are quite right. And yes, being a streamer, I do rely on people to remind me about eating and drinking, that I'm very, very grateful for. Because otherwise I'd end up forgetting quite a bit, as you'll get to see. Right, where are we going here? Just kind of done a circuit of the whole of New Azagarth here. And yeah, I have got the night time sped up on this single player, just especially for streams and things. Otherwise it's just dark for too long and
Beaming face with smiling eyes.
You guys won't be able to see what's going on very well otherwise. Oh, more walls. But yeah, by all means, if you've got any questions, do ask obviously in the chat. There's many, many people here that have got quite a lot of hours in the game just like me, that I'm sure I'd be happy to help or point you in the right direction. And like I say, best thing to do is do what you're doing. Just look at videos, look at streams. But the main, like I said, the big main thing is to enjoy it. Just enjoy the game for what it is. If you play on console, for anyone that doesn't know, obviously, or most of you do know by now, we do have a Conan Exiles PS4, PS5 server that's on here on the Exile lands. Anyone is welcome to join. It's not a PC server, unfortunately, because I'm not on PC at the moment. But we will, however, it's not quite ready yet, but very, very shortly, for those on PS4 and PS5, we will also have an Isle of Sipta server becoming available very soon. It's in the process of being put together and kind of set up, getting all the settings sorted, etc. Figuring out all my settings of how we want everything and getting a welcome centre set up, etc. but that will be
Smiling face with sunglasses.
coming along very, very soon. So I will keep you all in the loop. I'll let you know either on a future stream when it's available, and on the community page as well, just so that people know about it. So it's about high time that we have a...
Ode me duck. Just popping head in to say ode, but unfortunately I'm up at 2 tomorrow morning. Have a good stream, lads.
Sip to server for people to play on. How do? Good to see you. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate you saying hi as always. Hope you've had a good weekend, and hope the rest of the week goes well for you. Thank you for popping in.
Hi, Odu. Sweet dreams.
Yep, sleep well.
Just stay up, Ode.
Just stay up. Right, where am I actually trying to head to? Trying to think where I'm actually trying to head to here. Excuse me, while I just have a drink of my coffee again. So yeah, once we get Sipter up and running, we may even do a couple of streams over on Sipter. There are a few of us on there that are playing together as well, or that will be playing together on that server as well, hopefully. So we may also do some live streams over on Sipter and kind of show that off a little bit, because I don't know a lot about Sipter yet. I'm not as clued up on Sipter as I am with Exile Lands. I still don't know everything with Exile Lands, but I have a lot more experience on this map than I do on... Whoa! Nearly. A lot more experience on this map than I do on Sipter. Even though I've owned Sipter for a long while, I haven't played it anywhere near as much as Exile Lands.
Remember, people tickle them button sign of the horns.
Thanks, how do. Appreciate that. Great job on your recent Purge-based video, by the way. Really enjoyed it. Lots of fun as always. Once again, anybody that wants to know anything about the Purge, do check out How Do. I always say it, if you don't know it, it ain't worth knowing. So if you haven't already, do go over and give him a follow and watch some of his vids and leave him some likes and some comments. I'm sure he'd appreciate them.
Hello, checking out the Stria. Thumbs up.
Oh, we got wolves again.
Hi, potato.
Right, now I know just where we are at the moment. A certain person watching the stream, if you're still watching, will recognise exactly where we are at the moment. Because round about here, where I'm facing, is where he has his base on my server. The good old Enterprise crew. I'll know exactly where we are at the minute. So yeah. For those that are new, if you've never heard before as well, I do also have a merch store available. I don't know if anybody happens to have the link for it still. If they could pop it in chat, that would be helpful. With lots of different items available for people. Some different practical items like a mouse mat, we've got mugs, got some other bits and pieces. I think we've still got some t-shirts and other things like that as well. We are working on our sort of summer line at the moment. We're currently coming up with some designs for that, so our summer range should be out shortly, which will hopefully include some other interesting bits and pieces as well. So do keep an eye out for that one if you're interested in supporting the channel in that way. That is one way that you can support us, as well as watching the videos and leaving your comments and joining the streams. Any way that you can support is obviously very gratefully appreciated, as it's one big journey this, and it's a journey that we can all be on together. Alright, I've kind of gone round in circles here now. Where am I going here?
I do hope you're well.
Where am I going here? Yeah, we won't go this way actually a minute. We'll have a little explore. Especially so that new people to the game kind of get to see a little bit of what's in store and what's around. Graphically, obviously, if you're on PC, it's going to look a bit better than this does on PS5, but you'll get an idea of what to expect. Yeah. And this big beam of light in the sky at the minute that you can see ahead there is part of the current event that's going on.
Potato.
Hey Potato, welcome. Nice to have you here. Yeah, the beam of light there is part of a current event that's the all revolved around the Jabal Sag religion. And obviously this will be ending at the end of the chapter, because we'll then hopefully be going into a new age which we don't have any information about as yet. So we've no idea what the next age will be.
Lads, your link for your merch store isn't working.
Oh right, thanks Cassie. I'll have to get Jem to have a look at that. I don't know why that's not working. We have been having some little problems with it. I don't know why. I'll have to have a look to see what's going on with it. Can't really do anything just at the moment, but I'll try and have a look after the stream, see if we can get it sorted. So thank you for that. Right, let's head over here. Let's go in the unnamed city. See if we can take on a couple of the bosses in the unnamed city. See if we can get.
It out for chat. Just copy and paste into your search bar.
There we go.
Hopefully it will work.
Yeah, it may do. I don't know. It's yeah. Come on, Dylan, take that snake, please. Come on. Oh, and I forgot to mention as well with her gear that she's wearing. I mean, she's also using a one-handed mace there, which is a legendary weapon out of a legendary chest, and it is, again, in my opinion, one of, or if not the best mace in the game. Is it that one she's got? No, it might not be that one actually. No, it's one, not the best one, but it's one of the best ones. Notice this is one of the drops from one of the mini bosses in the Warmaker's Sanctuary, so it's the Warmaker mini boss himself that you have to kill to get one of the statues to get the key to get into the inner sanctum. She's using Notice at the minute, so it's not the best mace in the game. It's not the one I was thinking of, but the one I'm actually thinking of is a legendary out of a chest that you can get called Momentum, which is absolutely awesome one-handed mace and does a lot of damage. So that's one to keep an eye out for. If you're ever looking for a good one-handed mace from a chest. Lots of others as well, but momentum is definitely one of the best ones, if not the best one. And this dragon is a 3-skull boss. You can see where we are, just on this northern, kind of northeast tip of unnamed city, so be wary if you're running up and down here. This big dragon, this is a boss. It hits pretty hard. And will breathe fire on you as well. Trolls have
the address in, it will take you to the merch store.
Oh, right, there we go. Thank you.
Gods take you!
Thank you for that.
You picked the wrong fight!
Actually made short work of that. And of course it's going to start rolling away down the hill. Of course you are, right?
Duck, I subscribe to your channel. Beaming face with smiling eyes, smiling face with sunglasses.
You get lots of goodies off these dragons, like dragon bone, etc. Other bits and pieces. Oh, we've got a dragon head. Nice. 4-tire glands, bit of leather, bit of bone, bit of dragon bone. Yeah, and also a key. So that's good that we got the skeleton key now, so it means if we find a legendary chest somewhere we can unlock it. And this is a pretty good area to come to again for farming.
Last time I saw it I thought it was a baby dragon, and then it got bigger and bigger.
I know, right? Looks like a baby at distance, doesn't it? And you get a bit nearer, then you see the 3 skulls and it's like, uh-oh.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
Well, yeah, I agree. I thought that the first time I saw it. But, oh, it's only a baby dragon. Get a bit nearer, hang on, it's a bit bigger. Get a bit nearer again. Oh, it's bigger again. Uh-oh, 3 skulls, yeah. Yeah, good old 3-skull boss. You want to watch out for that one. But again, if you're decently equipped and your followers decently equipped, you've got no worries about anything. You'll be able to deal with anything. Which is why myself and even other people say, if you can get yourself a Delincia Snow Hunter, she's a little bit tricky to get because she isn't a guaranteed spawn, unfortunately. But you can get her from a little camp round here called Stargazer's Crest. And then she can also spawn at 3 or 4 different locations around here in the Mounds of the Dead. Quite hard to get her because there are other NPCs around that area as well, and she will attack you when you see her, just like everybody else. So you would have to actually try and
with saying no when you meet a big critter.
knock her out while you're fighting her, because she will actually try and kill you. But once you've got it, and I say it and a lot of other people say it, you ain't got no worries. Once you've got a Delincia Snow Hunter running with you, you can take on anything. Absolutely anything. Or even a Sumerian Berserker.
Of course. For to run away.
Well, yeah. But you don't want to be running away. When you know you've got Delincia with you, you don't need to run away, because she just takes care of business, that girl. Now she's just showing me up right now, getting battered by a skeleton. I've just said all that about you, and there you are getting yourself knocked over by a skeleton. What are you playing at? Well, yeah, she doesn't have the highest melee damage modifier in the game. I think it's 2.34, which is the Sumerian Berserker at the moment.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
And then I think hers is 2.22 or 24, I want to say. I don't actually know off the top of my head. Unfortunately, again, with console, we can't access, like, get follower melee damage modifier number or whatever it's called. We can't look for that on console, unfortunately. But I believe it's around about, it's over 2 anyway, 2 point something. So she's the second highest damage person, melee damage in the game. And as you can see, she's just an absolute beast when it comes to fighting people, so why wouldn't you want a Delancey, right? Right, so I'll get down here.
2 for 1.
That's the archive in there. We don't need to go in there, so we're going to keep away from there. Of course, I've gone over here, so now I'm gaining corruption, which isn't great, but luckily back at home I have a named dancer that we were very fortunate to get from Sinner's Refuge back down on Noob River. So that was very lucky to get a named dancer so early game. Oh.
Only drawback to Cimmerians is the time it takes to level.
Yes, that is true. They are they're not the quickest of levelers. That is true. Remember a little while back in Age of Sorcery, the Cannibal Brute, which is a named version of the Defari faction. From here, I think it is, around about here. Where are they? From the summoning place. If you got yourself a Cannibal Brute, they were hitting like absolute trucks, and if you had them on the plus 20, so they're well trained. I had one that had like over 6,000 health, and their melee damage modifier was even higher than the Berserker. So you could even take them into higher damage areas of the game. Like you could bring them in here. You could go up in the Highlands where we just were. You could even go up in the snow with them, and they just destroyed everything. Of course, they eventually fixed that, and they're now back to okay damage and okay health if you get one. Early game, they're really good. If you can get yourself a Cannibal Brute early on, they're still pretty decent for early game, knocking around Noob River and what have you. Or if you can knock out one of the one skull NPCs on Noob River, they're pretty okay early game as well. Till then, like, you want to work yourself up to then get your like your Dogs of the Desert from where we've just been, or your Relic Hunter fighters from Sepamaru, the friendly city. Not the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker, but the regular Relic Hunter faction fighters. And then get yourself, of course, your Relic Hunter. And then eventually work.
They actually have best leveling potential.
Yeah, they do the Defari. Then you level up to your Nordheimers, your Cimmerians, and maybe your Volcano people. Yeah, that is very true. The Defari do seem to level up pretty quick as well. Because then you've also got Thugra at Thugra's stand as well, who's kind of near to the across from the summoning place as well, and he's pretty okay, and he's on his own. He's a guaranteed spawn again, and he's kind of on his own, so you could easily take out the camp that's near him without aggroing him, and then knock him out as well. And he's a pretty okay early game person to have. But then of course later in the game you've got, like where we just were at the den, I think he spawns over on this side near here somewhere. You've got a guaranteed named archer called Dunaman the Dragoon, I believe his name is. Guaranteed spawn again. So he's always worth picking up if you like archers. I'll tell a Golem part, we're not doing those. And then Freya and Dina Master Huntress are again both guaranteed spawns. Can't get the exact location on here, but Freya is around about here. On this ridge, you've got a little camp called Freya's Hovel. And then this bit here, which is a dam, so you've got the Great Dam. You've got Dina Master Huntress, another named archer that wanders around the base of this pillar at this dam. And then another little camp around here called Leon's Watch. You've got another guaranteed.
Which hammer did you get?
You've got a guaranteed named fighter called Leon. Which hammer did we get? We got Rage Hammer by the look of it. So we got Rage Hammer. Right. I say while we're here, we go give the old Red Mother a little tickle. What do you reckon, guys? Should we go pay the Red Mother a visit? See what she's going to give us today. I reckon Delancia can deal with her, can't she?
Wake up the old girl.
Yeah, wake up the old girl, yeah, that's the one. Go wake her up. Can't see where I'm going because I've got no torch on. Why am I not putting my torch on? Alright, Skellies, do you want to chill out? Ah, come on, Delancey, you're just showing me up now. Sort them out. There we go. I'm trying to say you're a good person to have. I don't know. Can't take your followers anywhere. Right, horsey. Ow. Right, horsey, you stay there. And then I want to put that on there. Did I bring any arrows with me? That I didn't. Yes, I did. There. Already loaded up. Apologies about the darkness. I have increased the nighttime speed on here, so that should go daytime very quickly again.
Time for a drink, sir.
Oh, thank you. You're quite right. Thank you. How would I be without you, honestly? Alright. I'm gonna get through here.
Beaming face with smiling eyes.
Because we're gonna deal with this little baby over here first. Wherever he is, there he is.
You picked the wrong fight.
Then I'll put my bow on, because we don't want to go in there and fight it. Because really, we don't want to be gaining the extra corruption that we'll get. So we want to pull her out into this area. Hello, mother.
I hit to the belly.
Yeah, that's the best way. You can get under a belly like that. You have less chance of taking a lot of damage. Oh, so she's going to do the tail then. Right, she's dead. Right. Votes in chat. What we get in chat? What do we reckon?
I found out the hard way that advanced sorcery is basically impossible when your follower is a performer.
Ah. Yeah, it is pretty much
Yes.
if you've unless you've corrupted your actual attributes, then yes, if your performer's following you all the time, any corruption you're just building up, you will lose it because they'll cleanse it away. So yeah. Right, what are we getting, chat? Are we getting a bow? We're getting the pike. We're getting throwing axes. We're getting the torch. What do we reckon? What do we reckon we're getting?
Torch.
Torch. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Excuse me. Right, let's have a look and see. Oh,
Torch.
oh.
I vote bow. At crow fodder, and I love running with a dancer, so I guess no sorcery.
Nope, we didn't get either of those. Got a helmet. Oh, that's better than nothing. Alright, now I'll have to slow walk back to the horse. Because we're now over encumbered. But technically, I could drop those bones because I don't need that. I don't need the meat, so I could technically drop that for the minute. Because we've got a little bit at base, so it's not like we need it desperately at the moment. I'm going to get back up here, find where we left our trusty steed. No, not time to go over there. Get on the horse. Right. Then we'll head back up this way. Plunk. So go on, we haven't touched on that subject yet. What's everybody had for their, or having for their tea/evening meal, as we would call it in the UK? Don't know what we're having yet, we haven't actually decided. Ow. That's a pure example there of why you want to be careful. Because you can end up with your follower getting surrounded.
Strips with a sweet chili dip.
Oh, my kind of tea. They sound good. Nom nom. Chicken strips with a chili dip.
I'm taking this show on the road. Gotta get cat treats, lol, grinning, squinting face. Feta stuffed pork chops.
Oh, wow. No worries, Naughty. Thank you for being here. Have a safe journey. I'm sure we'll speak to you soon, no doubt.
I just got done eating some ramen noodles, steaming bowl, my favorite snack.
Ramen noodles.
See you when you get back.
Wow. Yeah, can't forget those cat treats, Naughty. Gotta look after them kitties. Or else they'll be upset, won't they? Right, this is the brute. Can you go get him, please, Delencia? And he's down.
No, I'm taking you along the road with me, lol.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Hey, I'm kidding. Right.
My cat, Mr. Bean, is watching the stream.
Oh, bless him. I hope he's enjoying it.
Woo, we're going on a road trip. And keep naughty company.
Yeah, gotta make sure he behaves, haven't we?
Remember what I said about the journey.
Taste death! You picked the wrong fight!
Oh, followers leveled up. Nice. Alright,
Hello
so
everyone. Sorry I'm late.
hello Ellen, good to see you. Welcome on in. Don't apologise for being late, you're not late at all.
My Akira loved Symphony of the Night for PS1.
It's good to see you. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well.
Here Lallan.
Bit different being me on a Sunday, I know, but like I say, my schedule's out there for June on my community tab. You got me this week. Angar's back next week, but I'll be back on Friday for my normal 7-9. And you got Angar on Sunday, and then the weekend after you've got me. Friday and Sunday, and then Friday and Sunday again the week after. So that's for those 2 weeks because Angar's away in Germany at the football. And then the week after that, back to normal. Oh, you lucky people.
Lab's time to eat.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, my stomach IRL is starting to say that as well. Time to eat. Don't even know what I'm doing yet. Because obviously this is a later stream time for me, so we haven't really decided for tea, as we call it. Probably be a takeaway or something, possibly, I don't know. See what we decide to do. Excuse me. Surprised that my voice has held out as long as it has. I can say I'm not quite as good as I usually am, but I'm surprised it's held out this long. Right.
Hi Kathy.
Let's go up here. And then we'll put you to stand back there, horse. What level are you now? Ooh. That's okay. Pretty decent. Bit of vitality and bit of armour, which is good. Interested to see what the horse's level 20 perk will be when they get it. Delincia, my dear, you can stand there. And where are you up to? Get in there. Another 4 level, should be max level. So what time are we on? Almost 20 to 10 already, wow. Why has that 2 hours gone? But before it does go, we'll head off into Seppenbrew again a minute. And we'll go see if there's anybody there.
It would be cool if we could kick the undead hyenas into the sinkhole. The wretched things are so close.
Oh, I know, wouldn't it? That would be it sounds wrong, but yes, it would be funny. Just walk up and give him a kick into the sinkhole. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That would be quite funny.
This is Sparta.
I'll hopefully have a little tips and tricks video coming out again very shortly if I can get my nose clear this week. I'll hopefully try and get it out this week. There's a couple of little interesting bits and pieces that people may know or may not have known. Hopefully it'll be interesting or certainly helpful for new players. So that will hopefully be out this week, all being well, if my, as I say, chest clears up enough. I don't want to be coughing and spluttering through it all. So we will see. So keep an eye out for that one. If it's not this week, it'll definitely be next week, all being well, if I've recovered. In fact, we've got a bit of corruption in the unnamed city. Let's just nip in here. Get rid of our corruption from our 3 tier 3 dancers that are in here. Of course, the princess from Mechmosis Spire. Right. And what I wanted to do. These aren't always here as well. This is just here because he's part of the Jabal Sag event that's going on. Let's bob around here into the wine cellar. See if we can't get ourselves Cest Truncheon. Hello, Seth. And there you go. How about that? Didn't get it last time,
Yay.
but we just got it this time. Perfect. One of, or if not the best truncheon in the game for making friends, shall we say. Unless you've got the actual ultimate OP weapon, which is very handy in this town especially, or city. And that's the purple lotus orbs that you can knock people out with, because you can throw them down and nobody will aggro. Let's fill up my water while we swim over here. What have we got on here? Huh. No cook. There should be a cook stood there. Looks like there's nobody spawned again while we just come out of there. That's weird. Oh yeah, yeah, there are
He used
people
to
there.
wreck me until I figured out to just dodge him at low levels.
Oh yeah, yeah, he might be drunk, but he's pretty quick, isn't he? And he can hurt quite hard if you're in basic gear. And for those that are new as well, the armour that I'm wearing is the Champion's armour, which is a heavy armour set. Once again, stamina and health based, and strength, a bit of strength as well. But then the appearance is taken from the Zamorian Thief boots, the Hikarian or Hikarian, however you want to pronounce it. Pants for the bottoms, jewellery for the head and the hands, and then it's the Stygian Soldier heavy chest piece. That is the illusion piece that I've used for the chest to give me my outfit for this playthrough. And that is all done, as I think it was Cassie said slightly earlier on, with the Thaumaturgy bench, which is again a bench that you learn from learning your sorcery. Even if you don't use the sorcery but you just want the bench for the illusion side of it, then you just want to come down here. Where is it? We should have it unlocked. Yeah, around about here. At the cave, and you enter in through the cave. and you'll get into this cave down here. So it's just up the river. If you come up this river that runs up along the right side of the unnamed city, going through the cave, try and run past all the undead shellbacks because they're a bit of a pain otherwise. Get into the cave of Kurak at the back, interact with the table or the bench that's there, and that'll give you your Tome of Kurak, a Sorcerer's Staff, and a pouch, I believe. Sorcerer's Pouch. And then you don't even need to level it up to use the illusionary side to it, but it's worth doing if you just level your sorcery up to level 15, because then at level 15 you can unlock the teleportory or transportory stones, which will allow you to travel from your base to another location at the cost of quite a bit of corruption. So you would have to be mindful of that.
You will get your first spell. Ice Bridge.
But yes, that's right, thank you. Also you do get your first spell, which is the Ice Bridge, which can be pretty useful in certain situations, getting you across things. So yeah, you do also learn that spell as well, thank you for that. Well, absolutely, you get that as well. So it's worth it for that. And also at level 10, I believe it is, in your sorcery journey, you can also learn a potion which is called the Elixir of Rebirth, which will allow you to place on your human and animal followers, so your horses as well. And if you don't like their attributes once they hit level 20, you can re-roll it from the ones that they currently have to a new set and see how you go on. It's not mega expensive to make, but it does take a few resources to craft it, but you can, and it's all RNG as well as to what you get. You can't pick the new perks that your follower gets, it will literally just randomly roll them again for you, and you'll have to just kind of see what you get until you get 3 decent perks that you like for them. And that is, as I say, level 10 I believe in your sorcery, and then the transportory stones are level 15, so max level in your sorcery. So certainly worth leveling up for that, even if you then don't use it for anything else. You've also got a spell called Mass Cull, so when you go farming you can cast a spell and it will loot, or rather harvest, all the resources of whatever's around you within a certain radius, and that's everything. So if you've got plant
I lost
fibre...
all my friends and pets. Learned the hard way about the decay factor.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, that is a thing with official servers as well, especially. Most official servers, or some community servers, will probably do it where they have the thrall decay and building decay enabled, so that if people don't play for a little while, eventually things will just disappear, which is, yeah, not good. We don't have it enabled on my server, just because it's easier for us to manage to keep an eye on things. So we don't have the decay timers on. We could do, and we should do really, which would make bases and pets and followers that people leave behind easier to get rid of. Excuse me. But because I've got map rooms and transportory stones all set up, and all the obelisks around the obelisks, I've got a map room and teleportory stones all set up at each obelisk, plus teleportory stones at specific locations around the map as well, where we've got different event hubs that go on. And I sometimes just wouldn't have time to keep logging in and visit each individual location just to reset them all the time. So it's just a bit easier to have it where they're not showing for decay, for thralls as it calls it, or friends as we like to call it, or buildings. And what we just do is, as admins, that if somebody doesn't change their flag colour, which for people who don't know what the flag colour is, it's the radium gem standing or wall torch that you can make on the artisan bench. People have one of those placed down, and then we have a different dye colour each month that people just place. You can't do with these because this is a flame torch, but people place a dye into that torch, and then we know if they've got that colour that we've got for the month, we know that they've been on and that they're playing. And if they don't change it, then obviously when it's found they get another week or so, and if they don't come back on, then obviously everything just gets wiped to make the space free for a new player. It's just one of the ways that you can kind of manage your server. And as I said, that is a PS5, PS4 server that we host for the Exile lands, but very, very soon to also be a Isle of Sipta server, so I'll keep you posted on that one when that's available. It's not quite ready just yet, but shouldn't be too much longer. So I'll let you know either in the streams or on the excuse me, community tab when that's available. Has anybody got any questions they want to ask or anything they want to know? Do feel free to ask. Yeah, and as I say, if I can't answer your questions, there could be somebody here in chat that will be able to do, or if we can't, we can certainly hopefully point you in a direction of somewhere that somebody will know. You do always have the wiki, Conan wiki of course, which has a lot of information on it, but just bear in mind with the wiki that sometimes it's not always updated very regularly. Excuse me, so certain things may not be 100% correct, so just bear that one in mind when if you do use the wiki. So to complete her outfit now, she just needs the bulk plating on those gloves, and then the Redeemed Legion helmet making for her, again with the plating on it. So that'll be something that I'll do off camera, ready for next time. Oh no, I didn't want to get on the horse. What are you doing? Always does that. If you just tap the button, you get on them rather than accessing their inventory. You're gonna press and hold. Take that and that. Of course, we're now over encumbered once again. Yeah, a little bit of space on there for the minute.
The wiki still helps a lot with things like what foods to feed pets.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It does still have a lot of useful things on there, and there are a lot of things that are up to date, especially with pets. Yeah, that's one thing I've never really looked into a lot is the pet side to it. It's just not something I've really covered. A lot of people will try and cover all the content in a game, but there's so much of it, it'd just be too much to do, and there'll be so much to get involved with, which is why I say if you're interested in the Purge side of it, How Do Gaming is the one to check out for definite. You know, that's pretty much his focus. That's what his videos are all about and what he does his content on. I'm more a bit of a sort of just playing the game and talking about it kind of thing, and little tips and tricks I can maybe give people and little guides and things. And I have got a few different player character build guide videos on the channel. I could talk about followers and what the follower stats are, how they work kind of thing, and what the difference is between a single follower and war party, and how it looks, and ways that you could set it up. With war party, what I'll typically do if I've got 2 followers is, obviously I've only got Dylan Sue at the moment, but if I had 2, she would probably have that one-handed mace like she has, and then
Still
her
love the game. New challenges as a newbie, but I'm done grinding low.
her companion, shall we call them, be it he or she, whoever it would be, would probably have a 2-handed sword or something of some sort, so that you've then got one getting up close doing all the like the armor pen kind of thing with the mace, and then the secondary one just swinging that big 2-handed weapon around doing all the AoE damage. You could have 2 with 2-handers each, or 2 with a mace each, but typically I tend to go with one with one with the other. And then a solo, you could give her a 2-handed weapon if you like, but typically I like giving them a mace because she just seems so much more efficient with it. And like I said, once you can get something like momentum, I mean you could use any mace at first, whatever you can get hold of, but if you can get yourself a legendary one like this one that she's got from the War Makers, or Ajar's Bane is another really good one that's a legendary drop you can get, or if you can get momentum, then yeah, she's just an absolute beast with that one. I mean, yeah, I'm certainly not an expert with this game either. I don't know it all. I never think to say that I know it all. I never will know it all, let's be honest, because they're always changing things and updating stuff and making changes constantly, adding new things, unfortunately breaking things sometimes as well, which is, yeah, a bit of a pain. Excuse me. For those who didn't see at the very beginning, if you weren't here, that is the current bazaar at my time on the PS5. That's what is available. Mixture of items again. That's got some other bits in with it, but it's obviously the pyramid building set, which if you haven't got it, I do recommend getting the pyramid set because it's a really cool building set. You can actually make a really cool pyramid with it and have lots of fun. So do consider that set if you haven't already. It's actually really, really worth it. As a building set, I mean that's a bonus now because it has all the extra. But yeah, definitely have a look at that one. And yeah. Well, we're only about 4 minutes away from 10 o'clock now, so we are a little bit earlier than we would normally do. We'd try and go a little bit nearer if we could, but the voice is kind of struggling a little bit tonight, and then I'm a bit bunged up with the nose, so I don't want to kind of push it too far and push my luck too far, as the saying goes. But thank you once again to absolutely each and every one of you for being here. It's lovely to see regular returning faces, as the saying goes, even though I can't see your faces, but you know what I mean. Lovely to see all the regular returning folk, and very nice to see new people here. All of you are welcome.
In a while with a smile.
Thank you for all the chat. Thank you for the suggestions. Thank you for all the advice that people have given.
Good night, chat.
Thank you one and all for being here. Thanks for the likes, the comments. Plenty of videos to check out on the channel, as I say. Do have a look. And
remember to hit like.
That's it from me for tonight. So I will see you on Friday. All being well, 7 PM UK time. We'll do it all over again. Possibly on here, maybe something a little bit different. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, thanks again, everybody. Once again, happy birthday, Robert. Hope you have a good one.
Night, night, everyone.
And
Red Heart.
Farewell from Dylan here. And it's goodbye from me. Bye for now.
Night Labs. could stream, THX.